Hi, my computer and I have been fighting all day, and this is my fifth attempt to make this video. So hopefully it'll work this time. What I'm going to show you is how to hold the yarn when you crochet to prevent stress on your hands. It's in response to a forum post where the complaint was that someone was having pain in their pinky on the left hand of a right-handed crocheter, and there should not be any stress on that finger. So let me get to the end of this row and turn around, and I'll show you how I hold my yarn. Now this isn't the right way, this isn't the only way, but it's what works for me, and there's no stress on my hands this way. The only time that I have stress on my hands is if I'm using crochet thread, and then I find that I'm holding the yarn tighter. But with worsted weight yarn, there's no stress. So I put the yarn in front of my pinky, behind my ring finger, in front of my middle finger, and behind my index finger. And then I hold the fabric with these two fingers, my middle and ring finger. My pinky's just kind of hanging out. My index finger is my tension finger. If I move it closer, it's looser. If I move it far away, it's tighter. And I can also gauge with in between here. If I close my fingers tightly, or hold them closer together, it's not tightly, it's just closer together. It'll adjust my tension there. So as I go along, everything should be loose. Both hands should be loose. That pinky should just be kind of hanging out in the back, not really doing anything. And there should be no tension, no stress on any of the fingers. Now, if this becomes too loose, if I have pulled this really long and now I can't get my finger back far enough to keep my tension right down here, then I just restart, get my hand back in the place where it's supposed to be, and then go ahead and crochet from there. And like I tell my students in my crochet class, that there's no stress in crochet. This should not be a stressful hobby. This is supposed to be a relaxing hobby. So if you're having pains, I suggest you stop. You probably need to relax and kind of regroup at first, and look at how you're holding your yarn and your hook and adjust accordingly. You also want to put your shoulders down, because that's another place that I find, especially new crocheters or people who are just coming back to crocheting, have the most stresses in their shoulders. Okay, so as you go, like I said, that pinky is just hanging out back there. I'm going to turn my computer around so that you can see the back of my hand. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so on the back side, that finger's just kind of hanging out. It's not doing anything. It's not, let's see. It's not holding on to anything. These two fingers hold the fabric against my thumb. My pinky's just kind of hanging out, and I guess holding the end of this, which isn't really necessary because I can take my finger out of there and it'll still do the same thing. It's not responsible for tension. When you're crocheting, you shouldn't be holding on tightly. Your hook should slide easily into the stitches. If it doesn't, you need to adjust your tension, get a bigger hook, check your gauge, because something is not right in that regard. Okay, so good luck with that, and stress-free crocheting.